Hey, my bad. I'm back. Just had to do something for, oh my goodness, an hour and 40 minutes. Well, it's 11 o'clock, so we'll just do a little bit more of this and get out of here, I guess. Maybe an Isaac run after this. What were we doing? We're going to the chem lab. Maybe we'll do it like an Isaac run. I kind of want to do an Isaac run. I'll just pull away for an hour. 40 minutes. But tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, no interruptions. Made sure of it. Destiny and Elden Ring are locked in tight. Chem lab's over here. I have to read to make sure. Let's grab my wallet real quick.
What?
You have your eye on the chem lab too? Yes, just 1 second. Make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say, yes sir, I understand sir. Bayakuya. Skirt. One of the monitors Monokuma appears on, being scared of it won't do any good. Put it off, just ignoring it completely. Donkey Dong. This is my first time seeing this shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I'll take a closer look at it. I was gonna do Dreamscapers before we did like an Isaac run. I got put away for an hour and 20 minutes. 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. What's more important right now is that powder space built in front of the shelf. Red dead bud actually has shit left on it, I think. Be careful not to step in it. I know it's skull one plus, but it's CA. Bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave the footprint. Like, you know, whoever this did. Or that is. Broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? Looks like Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and I left where the room wasn't like this. And this powder must have been spilled.
So, in other words...
That's right, it could have only been around the time of the incident. If that's really what happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Nice. Source of the powder has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Right in, grab a drink. I have water next to me. I was hoping for a cup of tea. The C4. Yeah. For the poison shelf. These are footprints. And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? I need to sketch out the floor. By we, do you mean me? What kind of you to offer? With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well, let's go, chop chop. Okay. Got to work, and before long I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad for you, I mean? For me?
I see.
So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business in the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight for the last shelf, then did whatever they had to do left. That's where the footprints tell me?
I see.
Footprints must be.
It's certainly possible.
No?
What?
Then let me see your shoes, not confirm the size myself. I think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Bayakuya said. Your feet do not appear to be big. Fortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Fortunately. Both how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. These prints are really valuable to you. Probably take a good hard look at that powder. Bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. Remains a broken bottle. The bottle was labeled Chem C4. Someone left the footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the footprints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Baikoi, the powder would have been spilled right around the time of the incident. All I can tell for now. Nice. Footprints of the powder, and added to the truth bowl section of the handbook. On the shelf. All the kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we have found in the rec room probably came from the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter A and the number. I can consider the part of the shelving unit section A. Oh wait. One bottle is labeled chemical C9. Someone had put it in here by accident. On this shelf is... one look and I can tell something about dangerous chemicals. Poisons and other powerful chemicals. All these containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. So on this shelf is... it's like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents, but simply they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be a bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
Well, the words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, it doesn't matter right now. But right now, I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit, section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about the shelf. Try to find out more about the shelving unit. Into 3 sections. A has dietary supplements, B has reagents, and C has lethal chemicals. Hacker must have gotten the protein powder from section A. What concerns me is section A, there was also a bottle labeled section C. What was the bottle of poison from section C? What was the bottle of poison from section C doing in there? Definitely something going on here. Chem lab shelf has been added to the truth bowl section. Taking a look at the chem lab, maybe I should look at another look around the rec room. Okay, we're out of here. I believe. I'll have to buy a Koya in just a minute.
I see.
I bet you have a good eye for spotting useful clues, Makoto. But you also need to learn how to make use of those clues. Eat my smelly farts. The only chem in there, Baikuya. You really want a green bathroom door for this floor? Are you insane? This is what. Dunk, dunk, dunk.
Hey.
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? Okyogo, what Toko and Hiro told me?
I see.
See, so along with Baikuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. All too convenient, someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I made some progress on my own. Sakura's body is full of magazines and demonic bottles. 3 things I've revealed in the clues. You will look over them one more time. Yeah, that's a Sakura. I was super upset when she found out Genocide Jack attacked her, right? After we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little.
Just a second.
Just starting off into space isn't staring off into space isn't gonna help you figure anything out. Sorry. Yeah, I know, but
Hey.
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
Whew.
I'm getting around it. Like me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching the body. She was completely unemotional. Am I even coming through? The kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still sometimes. Can't believe how calm you are, no matter how many times I see the body, I can get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you?
So...
I imagine it's because I have plenty of opportunities to touch the bodies in the past. Eh? Sorry, never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, look here. Her shoes?
Correct.
I was assuming she's one who's new, but it was her footsteps. See the yellow powder on the shoe? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
Powder is clue number 1. Yellow powder has been added to the truth bowl section of the handbook. I'm definitely coming through, just not acting right. Next is the wound next to her head. Look carefully.
It's true.
Even telling you that's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me explain. I'm assuming she was incoherent and stumbled into the shelf and hit her head on a bottle. Maybe, but I don't know. Didn't suffer a single blow. 2 blows to the head. Never mind. 2 blows.
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
That's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary has been added to the truth bowl section of her handbook. Can't believe she was able to learn all of that just by looking at the body. I think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off.
What the heck?
What the heck?
Hey.
Shelf of magazines, forgot. Magazines shelf is hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Magazine's upside down. Put it back that way by accident.
Hey.
Something catches your eye. It's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. Flip the inverted magazine and flip through it. Kyoko. This is one of the pages near the center of the magazine. A word in there written in bold, bloody letters. But she didn't have blood in her hands. Toko. Could this be? A dying message.
Correct.
Would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So...
Indeed a dying message, someone used their finger to write it. A dying message.
However...
But just be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. Sort of like that one I found a little while ago. Make sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that? It says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
What the heck?
And she's the killer, right? Well, now I don't think it's Toko at all. Hasn't been confirmed yet.
I won't forgive
Settled,
you.
she's the killer for sure. List of evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. See why you would think that, but seems too easy. If anything, it makes me think. Makes me that much more suspicious. Magazine dying message been added to the true bowl section of your handbook. We're missing 2 bottles here. More. Kyoko says she found a new clue involving the monocle bottles. Something new.
Hey.
So did you figure it out? Any correlation between all the bottles? Pay attention and you're sure to find it. You're sure to find it. Correlation? They're all chess pieces, yes. Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
So...
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you a conclusion isn't a good idea. Person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. Not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer. I do trust you to agree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Monocopa bottles been added to the true pool section. Another thing about the Monocopa bottles that bothering me? Experiment to confirm it, you don't mind helping me here, right? Experiment.
Anyway...
Gather up all the pieces of the broken Monocopa bottle. Try to get the smaller pieces too. Sure that's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
We're done all the thorough investigations, so it's fine. The obnoxious Baikoi is not here, so...
So then...
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab while I'm gone. Put together a full class. Put it through. I don't know how to say about this, but... What do I have? I better just do it. Get the broom and dustpan. Got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. Just as I finished up. Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
Is everything ready? Let's get to work. What kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
Got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? Pieces of glass you collected to the one on the bottle still intact. Why do you want to do that? What's the point of the experiment? It'll make sense when we're done. Are they full?
Listen.
Let's compare the weights of two of the normal Monocopa bottles. The same. It's balanced.
In other words...
Which means each Monocopa bottle weighs about the same. Makes sense. Monocopa figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else would really affect the weight.
So then...
Here's the important part. For all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now what might we expect to see? To be the same, but there's two mixed bottles at the same time? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces collected will be lighter, but it will weigh more. My best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
So then...
Let's give it a try. Exactly. Oh. Broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible? Where'd you find a fish bag? A plastic bag that looks like it would be made for fish. This is a thought. What?
In other words...
The result of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles put it all together.
Hey.
I believe you arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you. Monocopa bottle experiment and added to the true pool section of your handbook. Case is starting. We're not going to finish this case tonight. Unless we finish it in...
Whoops!
like
You
22
caught
minutes?
me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Can I? Can I? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial.
25 minutes?
You know where to
24
meet,
minutes, something
right?
like that.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Mystery time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, whatever happens, I have to make something happen. I mean, could it be Oi? I kind of doubt it, but she's... We're not done with her yet. Monocopa made his announcement, and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then... the martial artist. A locked room murder mystery.
What?
What then? I've just recently discovered the power of the emoticons. No matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, did you throw out a smiley face? You did. You're at a picnic and you find a dead body XD. Playing creepy.
Well?
How about the reverse?
Phew.
No matter how great something is, if you put it in a sad face, it makes you look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you have 100 friends.
What?
Right, that does make it seem sad.
I can't wait!
And then
I
please get
can't
to
wait!
on the elevator. Get down there. What the heck was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. You act so casual after murdering someone.
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What the
Be
heck?
innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. You're the one who murdered Sakura. Stronger than anyone I know. And someone killed her. That person is here. That person is one of us.
Don't look at me.
I did before, and I'll say it again. It wasn't me. Culprit is one of us. Make no mistake about that. Okay, we're going in. And moving towards the elevator. Each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. The chilling fear running through me and trying to make me rock from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We come under a sealed prison with full silence. We watched as the doors close and I felt it begin to, sinister descent. Why is it so close? Elevator lowered, uttering it's all too familiar clunky sounds. It felt lower and lower. It fell lower and lower. And suddenly, as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? It's so few, it must be so lonely. Yeah, it's like it's not your fault we're all down that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one last classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are you ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. Deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. Deadly riddle, deadly defense, deadly faith, deadly class trial. We haven't gotten anything new. I don't believe. We got vocabulary. Doesn't matter. Not you. Trial. All rise. Now we're gonna leave this case
With a basic explanation
in the middle of it,
class trial.
and then come back in like a week.
Your votes
to
will
finish it.
determine the results. If you can figure out who, then I'll
This is-
punish
it's not- it's
everyone
nothing new.
besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'd never kill someone. No way.
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
He isn't really sure that one of these 3 is the killer. So he must have had some reason for believing that.
It was one of you.
Well, that could always account again. You were saying it because of the Reverend notes.
One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about
I
as
didn't
low
hit
as-
fast forward, my finger slipped.
It was one of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't...
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can. It was one of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't...
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
No, it's wrong.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
Can disagree with Hina. There's a good reason to suspect all three of them. Does that mean one of them did it? Pocket trash.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw.
No, that's wrong. Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy.
Did you have any rights?
So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
Well, here still can't be right. Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. The reason I know that is...
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
Well, we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
How do you know about that? What would her tiny message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
It wasn't really a hero, right?
Saying? No way!
I mean, I did think he was it for like every
You
case.
just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
But I was like, maybe it's like a red herring that is this obvious. But
When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
hold on. Kyo could find the magazine with the dying message. It was on the magazine shelf.
I got it!
Above the magazine shelf,
Kyo,
under the magazine shelf.
You found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
There was something strange about it. Who can find the dying message during the investigation, in which case, we contradict what the hero told us. The cases feels weird to me. Magazine dying message.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found
I wanted
the
to shoot
dying
the what's it
message.
called.
It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's
Body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the
Magazine, when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
It doesn't seem right to me.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
You son
I
of.
can tell you when
It was only after the investigation had begun.
I found the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
We're running back again.
I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
What are you
And I
talking
can tell
about?
you when it was
Only after the investigation, I found
the
the
magazine tucked up when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
I literally pressed
And I
A,
can
but
tell
maybe
you
I
when
should probably
I
use
found
two
the
hands on that
dying
controller.
message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
When I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
I just hit the
I
wrong
can tell you
button.
when it was only after I found the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem?
I
What
just
said
missed
makes
it.
total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when it was
Only after the investigation had begun.
I found the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's
Body was discovered.
And I can tell you
When I it was only
after the I found the magazine.
tucked away when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you
Exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
Did I get pre-fire?
I can tell you
When it was only after the investigation had
I found the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell
You exactly when I found the dying mess. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Shoot!
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
Dude, I have no idea. I'm taking crazy pills now.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying mess. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you it was only after
I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine
when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
No, that's wrong. When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Doubt? No, absolutely not. I absolutely do doubt. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Oh, frick. How do you do this again?
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
This should prove it.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But
With the
both
tongue.
of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
I know it's Hiro, it just seems like way too sloppy though.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened.
Mix it the protein
I
drink?
got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Sorry, do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Oh, okay. Really, a piece of candy, it might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
On the table.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
Would it be...
I got
There
it!
you go.
That's true. Everything you just said. it doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Huh?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
I still believe it was Sakura. I believe she woke up, carried the magazine to the rack, put it down, not right because she was dying of poison, and then puked on the ground and then barricaded herself in the room. To make it not look like she was murdered.
I got it!
But I don't know. Let's see where it takes us. I'm not sure.
Right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No.
We did not kill her.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
She woke up, got hit by another bottle.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
Hit her with one bottle too. I haven't reached the end of this case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer, and I have to prove that. Oh, please no. Make your argument.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once.
I hate it. I just hate it.
Hiro really is the killer!
Because I hate this thing mechanic, man. I hate this mechanic.
I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from... And you only hit...
Yeah,
Just once. After the first
swing the butt and...
See? Hiro really is the killer!
I didn't want to, but I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once.
No, that's wrong.
It is
Sakura
time for me
died
to
from
switch though,
Hiro's single
so.
blow. That doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Huh? 2?
The video's gonna be going on for a little while longer. Now I do want to do an Isaac run. So, when I save this game, I'll just keep it open for like the next week and a half, and we'll come back to it. I'll be back in just a minute with Isaac.